Gentlemen, please remove your caps for the national anthem.
Members of the Board of Education, Mr. Jones, faculty, parents, grandparents, other family members, friends, and of course, members of the North Farmington High School graduating class of 2003, on behalf of all of us on the stage, we bring you greetings. Good afternoon. Mr. Gibbert and orchestra, thank you very, very much. One of the real benefits and privileges of my position is being able to welcome successive years' worth of guests to our graduation ceremony. It's at a time when the entire community comes together in celebration of what America is all about. Joining us today are members of the Board of Education of the Farmington Schools. This outstanding group of men and women are committed to the success of each and every student, and today is their payoff as well. Without equivocation, I assert that they are the best Board of Education in the land. So please join me in welcoming the board members and hold your applause until they've been introduced. Linda Enberg, Board President. Priscilla Briette, Vice President. Jerry Sharp, Secretary. Frank Reed, Treasurer. Pam Christian, Trustee. R. Jack Inch, Trustee, and Kathleen Webb, Trustee. Now, please. You, the graduates, are also here because of the contributions of the 1,700 men and women who work for the Farmington Schools. At North Farmington, you have been taught and guided by a magnificent group of teachers, counselors, administrators, and support people. They are a gifted group with a wide range of experiences. Many of these individuals are here today to show their support, and I would ask that they stand and be recognized as well. And not to be forgotten is that strong, enthusiastic, energetic administrative team that has been with you since the beginning of high school. They've shared your joys and your excitement, your sorrows. They've been there for mid-course corrections as needed. I'd like now to extend a special thanks and welcome to your principal, Mr. Rick Jones, assistant principals, Dr. Ron Jones and Linda Fox, and senior class sponsor, Dave Finney. However, important as the Farmington staff has been, you wouldn't be here without the support of caring parents and a supportive family. They've nurtured you by maintaining high expectations and by being there when assistance was needed. Every day since you began kindergarten, they've listened to all of those childhood and adolescent concerns. They knew the right things to say when your feelings were hurt, when you weren't as successful as you'd hoped to be, or when you failed to achieve an important goal. They have indeed been your strongest supporters for the past 13 years through all of your successes. I'd like you now to, if the graduates would please join me, if you would stand, face your parents, give them a big round of applause. Thank you, class. But there's another group of parents that are sort of unique and special and have a little larger tear in their eyes, and those are the people whose youngest child is graduating from North Farmington. It is for them their last graduation, and so I'd like those folks to stand and be recognized by all of us. If your last child is graduating. Thank you, and congratulations, and your support has been fantastic. For several months, I've been thinking about what to say and setting the tone for the 2003 commencement ceremonies. In this turbulent year, I decided that nothing could be more important to address than the American dream and its relevance to the class of 2003. I made that decision because of a nagging doubt that I share with others that there is a real gap, a real mismatch between the American dream and many of the realities of today. To begin focusing on that, I take you back to the Declaration of Independence, which was finally ratified on July 4th, 1776 in Philadelphia. Second paragraph has some pretty fantastic and revolutionary words. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these gifts, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. This is an extraordinary paragraph that really reflected that American culture that was already taking effect by that time. Unfortunately, it appears that never in our history has there been a greater gap between the fundamental realities of today and the institutions with which we have embraced to make sure that American dream comes true. Examples include the following. I worry a lot about the political system. I worry about the fact that people in your age group are the poorest participating demographic group in voting across America, 18 to 25-year-olds. It says a lot about cynicism and concern about our future. I worry about the economy that has a promise of flexibility, openness, and potential success for all. An economy that's inspired generation after generation to aspire for higher education and better positions. However, we're facing a time when many young people are confronting the fact that they may not do as well, have as large a house, or as good a car as their parents. And we're confronting the fact that for many young people in parts of America, they have virtually no hope at all. A third concern involves education. Here, our founding fathers thought that public schools were the engine that would make democracy work. And yes, we should be very proud today that 90 to 95% of you are going on to college, that you've had great successes. But in cities starting 10 miles from here, adult illiteracy rates approach 50%, and as high as 70% of young men who start high school do not finish. There's something fundamentally wrong. And a final concern involves our families. Too many young people, even in communities like this, come to school without the support of a strong family. There's lots of reasons for that, but the problem exists. In our cities, the problem is even more prevalent. So as I wrestle with these areas of concern, this apparent mismatch between the American dream and the realities of today, I'm struck by the haunting words of Langston Hughes' poem, A Dream Deferred. Hughes writes, What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat or crust or sugar over, like syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. Or does it just explode? At this point, you must be wondering, what is he thinking? Why this pessimistic tone? My real point today, however, folks, is at this time of challenge for our country, I am energized and excited by the potential of the class of 2003. You've shown that the educational system can work through your academic success. 19 members of this class maintained 4.0 or better, or 4.0 grade point averages. You had a remarkable record of achievement in your AP classes, and your academic honors go on and on. You've shown that individuals working together can have enormous success in sports, music, theater, dance, academic competitions, and a wide variety of other activities. This year's productions of Lend Me a Tenor, Once Upon a Mattress, the athletic championships, the solo and ensemble accomplishments, the wide range of other things speaks well of you. Mr. Jones regards you as one of North's best-rounded classes. You've shown to others that service takes precedent over self-interest. A few weeks ago, an unprecedented number of you were honored with the special cords for your community service. And you've shown very positive values in your day-to-day relations and your ability to reach out to each other. But the real challenge, class of 2003, is what will you do next? Will you carry forward the vision of the Declaration of Independence, or will you live out that gloomy foreboding of Langston Hughes? Will we have a dream deferred? I'm convinced that will not be the case. So what can you do to make sure that it isn't? One, you can become involved in a political system that can work. You can demand the highest levels of leadership at the local, state, and national level. In fact, you can begin tomorrow by voting in the Board of Education election. Second, you can play a role in creating an economic system that is accessible to all Americans. And perhaps more important, you can define your worth, your value, by factors other than how much money you have. Third, you can demand that public education benefit all Americans. And finally, and most important, you can do what you can very personally to develop a strong family, and I think therefore a strong community. You will make choices about what kind of spouse you will be, what kind of parent you will be, that are essential to the future of America. So, class of 2003, I leave you with this choice. Will the promise of the Declaration of Independence, those stirring words from 1776, become a reality, or will Langston Hughes predict our future? As I look at you, the class of 2003, I'm confident that you will make that first choice, and the promise of American dreams, I know then, will be in good hands. Thank you for what you've accomplished so far, and in advance, on behalf of all of us here, thank you for what you will accomplish in the future. Congratulations, North Farmington class of 2003.
Dr. Maxfield, Board of Education, Board President, Mr. Jones, distinguished alumni recipient, faculty, friends, and classmates, the graduating class of 2003. Survivor, The Real World, Temptation Island, Fear Factor, The Bachelor, American Idol. Over the past few years, reality television has taken the world by storm. Each night, audiences flock to their homes to catch a glimpse of supposedly real people experiencing supposedly real emotions while the entire world watches. We stare deeply into the screen, waiting to see the reaction of those who survive and make it to the next round, and the disappointment of those who failed. From trust to deception, virtuosity to vulgarity, dignity to disgrace, temptation to revulsion, and joy to sorrow. We embrace the opportunity to watch others experience these feelings, emotions, and moral dilemmas we also face each day. For the past 4 years, North Farmington High School has been the site of experiences and achievements we will cherish forever. Like a true home, it has also been the scene of dubious activities and embarrassing moments some hope to forget. Nevertheless, each day at North brought something new. We felt delight when we aced the midterm and guilt when we were unprepared for class. We felt love, lust, and jealousy, and all of the bittersweet emotions that are new to some and all too familiar to others. We saw couples fight in the hallways and then make up after class. We felt pain when we lost the game, but found excitement when we made the playoffs. These emotions gave us something to reflect on at the end of the day. Does reality TV imitate high school life? Or has high school become only a warm-up act for a reality series? Reality television allows its participants to experience some value or ideal they may take for granted and then exploits it for the world to see. No matter how realistic the feelings appear, however, the irony of reality television is that nothing portrayed is real. Never in our wildest dreams could we join 25 beautiful strangers to be placed on an island in search of romance and seduction. While we might find the opportunity to dive into a tank of reptiles and insects, nobody is going to pay us loads of money to do so. Therefore, if reality television is nowhere near reality, are we to conclude that our high school experience was no more real than reality television? Yes, we experienced emotional highs and lows, but not to the degree we will as adults. Our independence had boundaries. Our options were limited. Our accountability had safety nets. Yes, the transition towards a new life offers more of a reality than we have ever experienced. Next year, as we extend our lives, the choices we will encounter are more difficult as the decisions we make affect our lives. But the education we received in this fantasy island, both in and out of the classroom, has thankfully prepared us for the challenges that will come. We hope that we are now ready to take the next step, prepared for a future of success and happiness. College is another road in this drive towards our goals. However, the drive will not be smooth if we forget the lessons we have learned over the past 4 years. Next year, we will be closer to true independence. We will make the choices of when we go to class or not, and what we will study. We will choose when we want to eat and sleep, where we will go, and with whom we will share our time. We will experience all of the emotions we have dealt with thus far, but now on a larger scale. High school has allowed us to glimpse what life can offer. Now, we have the opportunity to write our own episodes without really knowing how the show is going to end. Marcus Aurelius, a 2nd century Roman emperor, once proclaimed, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." We must take each lesson we have learned, each value we possess, and each ideal we have adopted, and create a lifestyle for the future. The reality is not the who did what to whom, or why things happen, but the lessons we have learned. For that reason, as we graduate today and face an unfamiliar world, we must create a new reality from the lessons we have learned. We must reach deep inside ourselves and hold on to the realities we have experienced. The decisions we make will reflect what we value most. The reality is that we make our own reality for our own satisfaction and for the benefit of those around us. I now want to take this opportunity to show my gratitude to the people that have allowed me to find my own set of values. To the faculty, all the administrators and teachers sitting here behind me. I thank you all for the gift of education and the value of respect. As I take the next step in my life, I owe my education and my aptitude to your efforts and guidance. This faculty has taught me the meaning of respect and its value in society. For the ability to listen and communicate, and the ability to appreciate the relationship shared between students and teachers and all of my elders, I thank you. For the values of ambition and determination, I thank my brother. For my entire life, I tried to fill his shoes, even when they were too big for me. This past year, I realized that my brother did more than leave me a road to follow. He showed me how to travel down that road in a way that reflects favorably on the way I was raised and in the manner I was educated. Family is a value all on its own that I cherish, from the family that is sitting with me here today and for the family watching over me from heaven. My parents have taught me to cherish the ideals of love, heritage, and common sense. They have given me everything I need in life to succeed that I have thus lived, and have prepared me for the reality of life I will soon encounter. Who I am, where I came from, and my nature as a person not only reflects upon me, but also my family. I cherish my heritage and the love of my mother and father, and the basic common decency that I learned before I entered the doors of North Farmington High School. For the value of love, honor, and life, I thank my mother and father and all the people who played an integral role in my life. And now, to my fellow classmates of the graduating class of 2003. I thank you all for allowing me to experience the value of friendship. Many of my memories, ideals, and emotions I owe in some shape or form to many of you. We have walked through the halls of North. We have made friendships that will last a lifetime and experienced everything that life has offered us together. I can look out at my classmates sitting here in front of me, and I see a shoulder I cried on, an ear that listened, a hand that picked me up, eyes that cared, and mouths that spoke words of wisdom. All the values and ideals we encountered together as we grew closer to adulthood, as our maturity increased, and as our lives changed, we had each other to hold on to, and for that, I thank you all. Today, as we receive our diplomas, I ask you to look deep inside yourselves and find that which has shaped you, and take it with you as you continue to write your life's script. As you grow, fight Temptation Island while treading through the real world. Factor in the fears as you try to survive becoming an American Idol. Each of you has the power to succeed, but only by separating reality from fantasy. The reality is that life is about choices. As an early 20th century congressman, William Jennings Bryan once said, "Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved." To achieve greatness, use your values and ideals to take hold of reality. I wish all of you only the best. May you all succeed because of the choices you make. Thank you.
Dr. Maxfield, Board of Education, Board President, distinguished alumni recipient, faculty, family, and friends. As principal of North Farmington High School, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to present the North Farmington High School graduating class of 2003. In a world where so many things get started and so few things get done, How wonderful it is to celebrate the harvest of 13 years of school. Seeds were planted, services were rendered, laborers are rewarded. How wonderful it is to celebrate your graduation by recalling places we walked, people we knew, lessons we learned, teams we cheered, fears we conquered, and futures we formed. On a personal note, as I have tried to tell you many times, the class of 2003 will always be a special one to me, the first to survive my 4 years as principal of North Farmington. We grew up and grew close together. We grew wings and flew together. We had our character molded, our minds expanded, and our hearts touched in the special place that is North Farmington High School together. And you, the class of 2003, have also been special to this faculty. They are here today to pay tribute to you and to validate on your behalf that this school has never stood on its laurels nor failed to try to make a difference in the lives of all who pass through its doors. They understand that to lead, you first must serve. They understand that to demand excellence, you must first share passion. And they understand that the dissection of ideas is no substitute for the modeling of honorable lives. This year, one of our staff graduates with you. I know that you will join me in wishing life's richest rhythms and harmony for Carl Gippert, who is retiring after 33 years of teaching and conducting. And in the process of sharing his music, Carl has helped each of us have a better understanding of life's song. To the class of 2003, remember that in this audience are your parents. They are the people with their hearts in their throats. They take pride in your development, they thrill to your accomplishments, and they tremble just a little at what awaits you. So humor them and hug them when they want just one more picture for the family album. Seniors, as you are aware, the cover letter to our monthly school newsletter, Raider Wrap, is usually directed to parents. My graduation remarks are usually directed to the graduating class. However, this year, I directed my final Raider Wrap to the class of 2003 and indicated that your parents could read along if they wished. Today at graduation, I will aim my remarks at your parents, and you may listen if you wish. As kids, uncertain of our place in the universe, we left our calling cards everywhere, names and initials in cement, on sandy beaches, on freeway walls, and on bathroom stalls. In our grandparents' day, they carved initials in hearts and tree trunks, professing undying love and devotion. During World War II, American servicemen wrote, "Kilroy was here," on the walls of bunkers and buildings. Whenever the troops went, wherever the troops went, they expressed the importance of the individual soldier who, in the face of hardship and danger, let it be known that somebody had passed this way before. Never was there a desk at which we sat that didn't have the history of those who had passed before us etched into its surface. Never was there a textbook whose content was more fascinating than the listing inside the front cover of those who had been assigned the book and who had studied from it in years gone by. There was something in every initial scratched onto a desk, every name autographed into a book, that suggested that others had entered this place and exited this place, assuring us that if we somehow took care of business in a reasonably ordered fashion, that we would pass through as well. As we've gotten older, I assume that we have become more circumspect with our pens, paint, and pocket knives. I'm not sure, however, that we ever get over the fear of being forgotten, or the need to leave our mark, or the passion to make a difference. Perhaps that speaks to the simple joy of the engraved bricks on the walkway of Raider Plaza, celebrating person and place and programs. Your sons and daughters, the class of 2003, have left their mark. Granted, desks tend to have Formica tops now, rather easily wiped clean with some miracle all-purpose cleanser, and the rock, painted a zillion times during their 4-year careers, documenting their pride, their plans, and their politics, has probably been repainted as we gather here. Bathroom stalls, however, are still bathroom stalls. And while they've worn their class colors on Spirit Day, their jerseys with their names Velcroed on the back on game day, and their caps and gowns on honor night and graduation day, soon someone else will sit in that desk, repaint that rock, wear that uniform, sport those colors, and walk across this stage. Yet it is safe to say, no one will replace the class of 2003. Every class is special. Every class defines its time. Every class leaves its mark. The class of 2003 entered North in the elongated shadow of Columbine at the end of their 8th grade year, endured the horrors of 9/11, and lived to the thunderous shock and awe of the bombardment of Baghdad. In between, with endurance, expression, and excellence, they have left their mark. In a world filled with adversity, personally and globally, where ideals are frequently compromised and mediocrity easily embraced, the class of 2003 has left the best marks possible. They set standards for spirit, service, and scholarship. Their performance in and out of the classroom, in academics, athletics, and the arts will be emulated for years to come. Soon the class of 2003 will have passed through, but they will not be forgotten because their legacy is characterized by understanding the most poignant truth of all, that leaving one's mark is not done with paint or a pocket knife, but with one's life. Mrs. Enberg, as you retire from the board, North Farmington High School thanks you for the years of exemplary service you have given to the students and staff of the Farmington Public Schools. And now, Mrs. Enberg and members of the best Board of Education in America, I certify that the members of the North Farmington High School class of 2003, sitting before you, have completed all of the requirements of the Farmington Public Schools and its Board of Education, and that they should be allowed to graduate today.
Good afternoon, families, friends, faculty, and graduates of 2003. I bring hearty congratulations on behalf of the Board of Education. You have reached an important plateau in life by graduating from high school, and we are awestruck by the potential sitting in this room today. Channel 7's Frank Turner recently told a story of a young man who went into a restaurant and asked if he could use the phone for a local call. With permission, he called a business owner asking for a job, cleaning up the store, stacking shelves. The store owner replied that he did not have an opening at that time. Well, are you sure you're happy with that other worker? After all, I'd be very good. The owner said, yes, he was very happy with that worker, actually. Are you sure you have someone who comes in on time every day, who works hard, who has a positive attitude and good customer relations? Are you sure you have all that? This employee does all that very well. And I'm sorry, I don't need anyone else, but best of luck to you. A bystander heard this conversation and couldn't help but comment, "Sorry you didn't get the job, son." "Oh, I already had that job. I just like to check up every so often and see how I'm doing." At times of transition, I think it's important to check up on yourself and see how you're doing. I imagine there is one question that is in the mind of each and every one of you today. And that question is, do I have what it takes to make it in the real world after high school? My answer to you, unequivocally, is yes. Just look at what you have going for you. You are graduating from a school in one of the best school districts in the state. You have been exposed to a curriculum second to none. There are people on this stage today who have worked very hard to promote your education. Now, there is no way that they can teach you everything, for information is doubling every 10 years. But they have tried to teach you how to teach yourselves. That skill is vital in this age of information and lifelong learning. Each of you undoubtedly has several teachers who have touched your lives. Before you leave, take a little time to express your appreciation to them. I know that such comments refresh them. Take time to value your family and your extended family. Now, I know what it's like to be 18. You are eager to get a longer tether and can't wait to get out on your own. That's great. Take a moment, though, to consider all that your family has done for you, not just the material things, although that has been substantial, but the nurture, the love, the understanding, the support that have forged you into the young person you are today. Your loved ones were your first and best teachers. As you go through life, you will become increasingly aware of the gift they hold for you with their continued guidance and support. One of the most important things your parents gave you was the foundation of values which now form your character. Many of those basic values are taught before the age of 6. But character, or what you do with those values, grows throughout life. Your values make up who you are, and will be the foundation upon which you make all your future decisions. Your choices of occupation, of marriage partner, child-rearing practices, and politics all rely on your inner values. Those inner qualities of responsibility, integrity, kindness, self-discipline, honesty, and fairness will serve you well. Don't let anyone take those away from you. Whoever thought 17 or 18 years ago when you were born that your generation would inherit a place in time declared as the end of the age of innocence? As a society, we became complacent, believing what we had was maintenance-free. We expected there would always be more of everything, more affluence, more freedom, and more security. Now, as we strive to lead another country toward democracy, perhaps we should appreciate our own better. As Will Rogers said, it's a great country, but you can't live in it for nothing. It is your obligation to make a difference by voting, by caring, and by acting to improve your surroundings. Democracy is not a spectator sport. The United States is a land of high ideals, of individual achievement, human dignity, and freedom of ideas, speech, and worship. If we are going to be a superpower in the world, don't we also have the responsibility to be a moral power as well? Never underestimate the power of your values as they join together to make a statement to the world. Your individual values feed the roots that support this democracy. Besides having an excellent education, a strong set of values, and a growing sense of your place in this democracy, you will go out into the world with something else that makes you unique. That quality comes from your experience growing up in a diverse, integrated community of Farmington Hills. Not all communities are that way. Most communities around the country have experienced a cycle of limited integration, followed by outward movement and resegregation. Very few areas in this great land of ours have successfully committed to the notion of doing it differently, to making an inclusive community work for the long term. But you grew up in such a place. You have more experience in this concept than almost anyone else in this room. You began by learning conflict resolution in the elementary school. You picked it up in middle school. You have seen how to reduce the fear and anxiety of dealing with different cultures and have reached a broader understanding. Sure, it's not always been easy, but with serious discussions on many topics, you have figured out a way to make it work. Statistically, your generation is far more likely than your parents to have friends from many diverse ethnic, religious, and cultural backgrounds, making each of you qualified to demonstrate to the world how we can all live together and prosper. During your senior year, our district was placed in a very difficult position when the fighting began in Iraq. Because we have students and families on both sides of the conflict, this could have been an extremely divisive situation. Thanks to many students and staff around the district who reminded us that we have a tradition of respect in this community, we expected students and families to act accordingly. We were not disappointed. I am so proud to live in a community where there were no reported incidents of ethnic intimidation while we were in the war with Iraq. That is remarkable, and it speaks well of your leadership in this area. I heard about a series of small assemblies at North Farmington even before the war, when students of different backgrounds stood up and talked about the complexity of the issues. There was also talk about the family within the walls of North Farmington and the need to take care of each other. Your decorum of kindness was evident to the community at large. You see, you were paving the way for the world. You are the generation that will show other communities and other countries how to embrace our commonalities and respect our differences. You understand that each culture may retain many of its important cultural practices while working together in harmony and supporting the ideals of democracy. You understand that the fundamentals of this democracy are not unique to any one culture, religion, or race. Soon you will be leaving the protection of this community to go into universities, trade schools, or the workplace. You have the opportunity to share what you've learned. You have better insights on promoting understanding in a diverse community than any previous generation. You are like ripples on the pond, each reaching out to a wider audience. As Margaret Mead once said, never doubt that a concerned group of committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Do you have what it takes? You bet. You have a great education, your foundation of values, the support of your families, and skills of relating to a diverse community. Our hopes and dreams are on your shoulders. We are counting on you because you have what it takes. Thank you. And now, on behalf of the Board of Education and the entire Farmington Public Schools, by the powers vested in me by the state of Michigan, I hereby declare the North Farmington High School class of 2003 to be officially graduated.
The Distinguished Alumni Award, instituted at Graduation 2000, is given annually to a graduate of North Farmington High School whose characteristics of heart, mind, and conduct evince a spirit of love and helpfulness for others. Like the honorees before him, actress Pam Dauber, physician Larry Nasser, humanitarian Drew Mahalik, the recipient of the 4th Annual Distinguished Alumni Award, Vernon Shaw, class of 1982, epitomizes that criteria. Upon graduating from North, after a stellar high school career as a football and track athlete, as a state forensics performer, Vernon continued his educational journey in East Lansing, where his wide receiver talents earned him a walk-on spot on the Spartan football team. Putting himself through school, he majored in telecommunications and journalism, and also served as an RA in the dorm. His career as a reporter and news anchor for Fox and ABC has included work in places like Lansing, Charleston, St. Louis, Philadelphia, and Baltimore. In each of his stops, Vernon has earned the trust and admiration of his viewers for his thoroughness, his integrity, his passion for the story, and the people in and around it. Last evening, in Washington, D.C., Vernon was honored as a nominee for an Emmy Award for his work on a story about the National Bone Marrow Registry. But like all good stories, there is a story behind the story. Vernon himself registered to be a bone marrow donor and was a 1 in 5,000 match, and indeed gave the greatest gift of all, the gift of life. Vernon, upon being informed that he had been selected as this year's Distinguished Alumni recipient, had the same initial response as the previous honorees. Why me? Vernon, it is obvious to us. Why you? Your life speaks to your values every day and serves to inspire us all. Vernon currently resides in Baltimore, Maryland, with his wife Jovi and their highly active, that's Vernon's quote, son Cameron. It is my special honor and privilege to present the 4th Annual North Farmington Distinguished Alumni Award from the class of 1982 to a true North Star, Vernon Shaw. Vernon receives a framed medallion, will have a permanent plaque hung in the halls at school, and a brick engraved in his honor in Raider Plaza. Vernon, please know that by honoring you today, that we have brought honor to North Farmington High School. Mr. Vernon Shaw.
Wow. I'm just a normal guy, and you know what? I can't. It just makes you feel good inside. And I learned a long time ago never to believe too much of your own press, because I came from a big family, and I have brothers and sisters, and they're constantly reminding me that I'm pretty normal. You know, there's an old Latin phrase called carpe diem. Simply put, it means seize the day. Well, graduates, today, as wet as it may be, is your day. I'm really honored to be part of it, and just having a chance to spend a portion of time with you. It's amazing how time passes so quickly. I mean, you take it for granted, but it really does. 20 years ago, I was sitting right where you guys were sitting. Only in my particular case, it was a little bit different because I was the only black in a graduating class of 400. Looking around the room, seeing the faces of the graduates, it's really nice to see the wide range of ethnic diversity. We've come a long way. You've worked hard and you've done it. You guys are now graduating. I know it's an exciting time, but you know what? It's also an important one too, because now the decisions you make are going to, in many cases, determine the paths and the direction to your success. Some of you probably already know or have a basic idea of what you're going to do or what you want to do. Others, well, you probably don't have a clue. It doesn't matter because it's all good. You've made it to this point and you're graduating. Since graduating from Michigan State, well, I've been a television gypsy for the last 15 years. As you can hear, I've lived in a number of different places. 2 years here, 3 years there, all in an effort to slowly climb that broadcasting ladder. Trust me, it hasn't been without its share of challenges. I've slipped, and in some cases, I was flat out knocked off the ladder. But each time I said, you know what, I'm going to get up because I knew what I wanted to do, and I kept on climbing. Television is one of those careers that, on the outside looking in, looks really glamorous. Now, don't get me wrong. I really love what I do, but sometimes, well, you know, just like anything, it can take its toll. For example, imagine going out in the freezing cold, doing live reports on the hour, telling people the importance of why they should stay inside. The argument I made to my producers is, you know what, I would be much better at being inside the warm studio telling people they should stay inside. Or how about those hot days when you hear the reporters out in the field saying, stay in the shade, stay in a cool air-conditioned environment, wear light, loose-fitting clothing, drink lots of water. Hello? There are a lot of people that you're going to meet in your journey. You know, some of them are going to come and some of them are going to go, but there are going to be those people that are going to have an impact, and they're going to have a really profound impact in your direction that you're going to take. When I think of my time in North Farmington, there are several situations and several people that really stand out. Take, for example, Mr. Cobb. I really needed to thank Mr. Cobb especially because he had a huge impact on my particular life. I'm never going to forget him because, you know, when I was in 11th grade, I wasn't really totally sure what I wanted to do. But Mr. Cobb pulled me aside one day and said, you know what, Vernon, with your personality, I really think that you should pursue a career in television broadcasting. Once I got that focus, I stayed on track, and I've been doing it ever since. Last fall, when I came back from my 20-year high school reunion, I made it a point to come and find Mr. Cobb just to say thanks again and just to see how he's doing. I was amazed at the broadcasting facility that North Farmington has. And you guys may take it for granted, but that is tremendous. I mean, I've worked a lot of different places, and that studio and production facility is probably better than most small markets around the country. And it's a tribute and just a real credit to a lot of hard work and a lot of effort and determination to giving you the tools that you need to succeed. Yeah, well, Mr. Cobb was giving me a tour around the facility. He said, you know what, Vernon, you're a little bit older now. You know, call me Dean. Dean? I tried, but you know what? It just didn't feel right because that's Mr. Cobb. You know, and I also never forget the final day in Mr. O'Leary's class, as a senior. Mr. O'Leary, the class was coming to a close, and he said, you know what, everyone gather around. If you don't remember a single thing I've ever taught you throughout this entire year, I want you to remember this. What goes around comes around. You know what? 20 years later, Mr. O'Leary was right. It's really true. Okay, I got to be honest. I don't remember a single thing he taught me in class, but I do remember that. As far as a career, you know, I've chosen a television broadcasting path. The path you choose, well, that's entirely up to you. I'm not going to stand here and try to tell you it's going to be easy. No, it's not. You know, but the reality is, in most cases, it's going to be pretty tough. But you know, think about this. I want you to consider this. If it was easy, everyone would have it. When it's tough and you work for it, you appreciate it that much more. I'll leave you with this final thought. It doesn't matter what it is, just find something that you're passionate about. Wrap your arms around it and go after it. Be tenacious. Go after it and make it yours. Make those dreams a reality. Remember, carpe diem, seize the day, because the future is up to you. Thank you.
Hi. All right. As many of you may know, I, Brianna Hare, along with Rob Feldman and Robin King, have had the honor of serving on this year's Senior Gift Committee. We knew instantly that the gift that we decided on would have to be as outstanding as the students. I personally believe that we collectively, as a class, have influenced so many of the positive directions that North Farmington has taken. And I also believe that we have totally redefined what it means to be successful in high school. So as we move forward on this day and we go and we try and redefine success in other areas of our life, we decided that our senior gift should be a remembrance of our legacy at North Farmington.
This year, it is my esteemed honor and privilege to announce that our senior gift for the class of 2003 will be an 8-foot by 12-foot NF logo made of concrete and block pavers that will sit on the slope at the north end of Holland Field. Illuminating this magnificent structure will be an everlasting light that symbolizes the Raider pride within the class of 2003. As a special tribute to the seniors who have led with dignity and respect, each graduate's name will be immortalized on a plaque placed in front of the block NF. This gift will not only truly add a touch of class to Holland Field, but it will also serve as a meeting place for future classes. You see, it is our vision that in years to come, on the eve of each senior's last day at North, the graduating class will meet in whole at our gift and enjoy a solemn walk to the Spirit Stone for the final painting of the rock.
This symbolic tradition would not have been possible without help, assistance, and a great deal of support. We are delighted by the response the graduating seniors contributed toward the class gift. Over 50% donated money, and that count is still growing. We would also like to thank the parents of the senior class and other North Farmington Raider students who assisted in contributing to our gift. In addition, many outside companies of Farmington Hills have made generous donations in order to make our class gift possible. Furthermore, we would like to thank Mr. McCoy, father of graduating senior Laura McCoy, who will be constructing our class gift and bringing it to fruition. Last but certainly not least, we would like to thank our principal, Mr. Jones, for his guidance and perseverance, for he has made this annual custom a reality. In the future, we, the class of 2003, will be able to return and gather around our memento to North Farmington High School. And remember, it is and always will be a great day to be a Raider. Thank you.
Will the members of the class of 2003 please rise? A 1,000 years ago, when Europe was ruled by kings and queens, and knights in shining armor were waging war in the Holy Lands, scholarly traditions were being established by monks, theologians, philosophers, and academics. The origin of the academic cap and gown that today you so proudly wear dates back to the 12th century. Since the reign of England's King Henry VIII, individuals that have completed a course of study, as you have completed yours at North Farmington High School, are entitled to wear an academic cap that is known as a mortarboard and a scholarly gown. Together, they indicate accomplishment and transition. Among the first to wear academic costumes were the great medieval teachers and philosophers like Albertus Magnus, Bonaventure, Thomas Aquinas, Augustine, and Peter Abelard. Today, in a metaphoric sense, you walk in their footsteps. From the mortarboard that you wear dangles a tassel. It is not intended as mere decoration, but it also has special significance and tradition. The tassel now hangs on the left side of your mortarboard, but to publicly affirm that you are prepared to receive your secondary diploma, it is now necessary for you to move your tassel to the right side of your cap. So seniors, at this time, will you please transfer your tassel to the right? You may now be seated.
letting go, facing up to the truth that it is time to part, giving way to the day that may well break my heart. It's not a thing I choose to when I have to lose.
Will the senior class please prepare for the roll call? President of the senior class of 2003, Mr. Brian Rosenbaum. Vice President of the class of 2003, Mr. Jimmy Woke. Treasurer of the senior class of 2003, Michelle Boothroyd. And Secretary of the senior class, Josh Feinberg. Ade Abo. Julia Abella. Jennifer Adams. Sari Adelson. Rahil Ahmad. Maria Ali. Bryn Allen. Angela Altus. Ashley Amy. Jessica Anders. Douglas Anderson. Peter Anslovar. Ison Eshak. Hani Atassi. Valine Ayar. Gregory Babayan. Shant Bagdasarian. Laura Bank. Sally Barbat. Brianna Barnett. Susan Barrows. Michelle Bartis. Amir Basli. DeLorean Bell. Amy Burke. Kelly Best. Rajiv Bhargava. Achille Bianchi. Marisha Biedron. John Bielski. Christy Bitoff. Ashley Blum. Jonathan Bogorad. Thomas Boland. Dominique Boyd. Sarah Brownstein. Dorian Bridges. Joshua Bruton. Rohit Birdie. Christopher Burrows. Natalie Burtney. John Callahan. Robert Camouge. Philip Carlisle. Daniel Carlson. Sarah Saricki. Kristen Chadwick. Christina Chang. Sarah Cherniak. Matthew Clark. Bradley Cohen. Emily Cohen. Kate Cohen. Mark Colbert. Michael Colombo. Christopher Cyrus. Zena Damey. Beth Danielevich. Josie Davidson. Matthew DeMayo. Natalie DeVron. Stephen Denton. Whitney Dillard. Wendy Dines. Stephanie Georgeski. Bradley Donahue. Whitney Dorr. Christina Dwyer. Bradley Dyke. Joseph Edelman. Matthew Ehrlich. Matthew Elliott. Igor Epstein. Stephanie Epstein. Rachel Expose. Alexa Feldman. Robert Feldman. Jody Finley. David Fleisch. Daniel Ferangi. Julie Freed. Eugene Furman. Carrie Gabriel. Christine Gabriel. Peter Gallopin. Benjamin Gannon. Jessica Gerlich. Melissa Gates. Okay. Heather Gerke. Candace Jurgis. Paul Gavoy. Safna Giara. Devora Glanz. Molly Glick. Sean Goodman. Shayna Goodman. Jordan Goodwin. David Grant. Avtar Grewal. Rena Grewal. Lindsay Gross. Alexandra Grossi. Elise Grossman. Jared Groves. Samantha Gerwin. Jessica Hall. Rula Hananya. Michael Hand. Angela Hanks. Scott Hantler. Brianna Hare. Katie Harris. Stephen Harris. Kyle Hart. Sachio Hase. Will Hathaway. Laura Hirschen. Rich Hegstrom. Jesse Heller. Jessica Hillebrand. Jihan Hindo. Lindsay Herzl. Jessica Hoffman. Matthew Holland. David Horstman. Emily Howard. Zara Imam. Jennifer Ingram. Benjamin Irie. Patrick Jacobs. Sean Jaros. Chelsea Johnson. Christopher Jordan. Rachel Kahn. Stephen Kahn. Dana Kaplan. Eric Kars. Mandy Kassab. Pierre Kassab. Jeanette Kindler. Ashley Ketko. Eva Kamara. Ryan Killing. Robin King. Jared Kirksey. Rachel Clegan. Joshua Koch. Marcus Konja. Rachel Kraft. Benjamin Kramer. Danielle Krassman. Noah Kreitzer. Brianna Kubik. Catherine Lapat. Kelly LaPierre. Scott Lockman. Valerie Lamphere. Michael Landsberg. Morad Lial. Glenn Legacki. Ashley Leiter. Sarah Lesser.
Dana Levin. Lauren Levin. Ashley Levine. Daniel Levy. Gareth Lewis. Jai Lee. Jonathan Leifer. Andy Lynn. Brian List. Megan Locke. Farah Lucia. Brianna Loveland. Marissa Lowen. Alexander Lubianski. Amanda Luchtel. Melissa Luchtel. Ashley Lynch. Mira McWilliams.
Zunair Mahmood. Mark Majors. Kayla Mall. Lindsay Manusak. Andrea Marvin. Jeffrey Matea. Portia Matthews. David Meislis. Marcus McComb. Laura McCoy. Michael McIntosh. Kyle McPherson. Demetrius Millhouse. Amy Miller. Benjamin Miller. Leo Millman. Jonathan Mall. Ricky Muldrew. Kate Muskovitz. William Naif. Kristen Nofar. Ashley Obeid. Adrian Odemark. Natalie Alesko. Wesley O'Leary. Nicole O'Neill. Jody Orloff. Kirill Ostapenko. Manjit Pakala. Benjamin Panak. Jonathan Parker. Avni Patel. Jeffrey Patterson. Stephen Patterson. Gregory Pekarski. Caitlin Peterson. Thomas Phillips. Peter Piasecki. Stephen Peen. Catherine Pelkey. Neha Prabhu. Chris Prout. Deborah Pumarada. Nicole Raybat. Ashwin Ragu. Randy Ragsdale. Anthony Ray. Jessica Rayome. Christina Reese. Alina Resnick. Walter Ree. George Richards. Brian Robbins. Drew Roberts. Pamela Roberts. Nicholas Robin. Stephanie Rosenblum. Jeffrey Rosenfeld. Megan Rosenfeld. Brian Rosanna. Thomas Rosanna. Gina Rosman. Karen Russman. Benjamin Ryberg. Andrew Say. Stephanie Salwin. Sandy Savaya. Jonathan Shea. Kristen Schlaff. Jennifer Schroeder. Jacqueline Scott. Dmitry Semenov. Sahar Sheikh. Benjamin Shapiro. Eric Shapiro. Peter Shapiro. Christopher Sharp. Jane Sharples. Pooja Chef. Kimberly Schindel. Christopher Shunia. Julie Schulman. Blythe Simmons. Michael Singer. Brandon Sittu. Rachel Skalski. Brian Smith. Megan Smith. Kimberly Solars. Elise Solomon. Sean Spaniel. Jessica Stameski. Andrew Stannis. Leo Stasinopoulos. Darren Stebbins. Christy Stockton. Matthew Stolman. Sean Strasburger. Ann Strasco. Robert Strite. Lauren Sunquist. Olga Sverdlov. Julie Swerdlow. Daphne C. Thomas Shafransky. John Smuziak. Adam Tapper. Lori Tapper. Stephanie Tawa. Kaylin Terrian. Andrew Thompson. Marcus Thornton. Corey Tyndall. Alyssa Torby. Mary Tudor. Shakra Vadlamuri. Marina Vax. Eric Ventura. Rohan Vora. Elizabeth Bowles. Jonathan Wakan. Anthony Ward. Valerie Warner. Lindsay Weberman. Jennifer Wecker. Scott Weintraub. Aaron Weiss. Eric Weiss. Alana Weltman. Alan Wertheimer. Philip West. Lindsay White. Joseph Williard. Sharon Wilner. Mark Winston Gallant. Kristen Wolf. Nicole Wood. Spencer Wood. Eric Wren. Hila Yari. Irina Yudovich. Anthony Uhas. Elizabeth Yurkis. Daniel Zack. Michael Zakalik. Chad Zamler. Ella Zark.
After the last name, I'm going to go shake the hands of the 4 officers.
Andre Zelikoff. Yangzi Zhao.
Seniors, we'll see you at the all-night party. Parents, grandparents, everyone, thank you. We do encourage you, especially with the rain, there's another graduation coming in here. It'll really help you and those coming in if you leave as quickly as possible. The class of 2003, ladies and gentlemen.